I just had to let you know.
And New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I'm in a mud league, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, I get it. Cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, Big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Gould now out to kick it away.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Watch out.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On on is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start here with Jackson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Warner. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body. Everything
looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Warner. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Watch the curve.
Gurley. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Rodgers, and that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
To throw is Rodgers. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? On first down, Rodgers. Right side caught by Jackson.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Inside. Mike, 54 Mike. Check, watch 54.
Here's Gurley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
Defense wins championships, baby. Shoot. Box it.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
First down, Detroit.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
So we got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Now the extra point. Those are the touchdowns that aren't just scored on Sundays or on Monday night. Those are the ones that are scored during the week because they had that preparation and a great route run.
Oh, I love that observation because you don't just roll out on game day and say, okay, go run this route and let's get it done. That means exactly what you said. The practice had to occur beforehand, which led to the timing, which led to the touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Warner. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Warner. They set up the screen to Bo. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie. You ain't going nowhere. Now.
On 1st and 10, Warner. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Warner to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll let this go, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Mel Renfro, the Hall of Famer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers now going to throw again. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, all 6. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often...
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Andre Reed, 72 yards. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. after the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. Rodgers now on first down. And that one's complete to Gurley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now Gurley. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The throw right sideline here is complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rodgers now to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Holt. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Rodgers now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 17 yards out. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it'll be third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Warner from the gun, going up top. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick, and they are going to...
Bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
We got this.
Check right, check right.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Holt. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Check 56.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
630.
Snap comes at 1. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now it's Gurley. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
11 yards there, first down. We're scoreless after 1. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, Charles, as we peek back to week 1, what would you say were the positives for some teams or individuals that you took away?
Well, it started on opening night. Green Bay and their defense, not necessarily Aaron Rodgers and what they did going into Chicago and winning. Kansas City, they picked right up where they left off with Patrick Mahomes. Explosive on offense. How about Baltimore and Lamar Jackson? He's not just a single-wing tailback, folks. He's a quarterback. And Tennessee, going into Cleveland, Marcus Mariota, Derrick Henry put up 43 points on the Browns.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Rodgers. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire.
They gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, a little bit more thinking they'll get a 2nd one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He'll have a 1st down. And the ball is knocked out. And the Lions have recovered. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On play action, now Rodgers. The 20. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Delaney Walker, as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Rodgers throwing again. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a give right side. It's Jackson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now Rodgers. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to put a nickname after something like that.
And he's going to go down again. Credit the great Michael Strahan with a sack.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
But it leads to 4th down.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking. On a run to the bank.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy. end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Hit dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Gano out to kick this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
Let's go, baby. First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
258. Three buck.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
88. Watch the ship.
To throw is Rodgers. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Derek Brooks. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Watch the safety creep.
They run on first down with Jackson. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they're in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Second and 12 at the 24-yard line.
On second and 12, Mahomes caught left side. It's Beckham. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second down.
No, 58. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 50, Mike, 50.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Zoom.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Holt. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
26.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got a man. It's T.O. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Yeah, 300. Check three. Box it. Throw it.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Rodgers. Throw left side complete. It's Holt. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They're running with Gurley. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and our drive continues here to start quarter number 2. Now a play fake here on 1st down as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Yellow.
They'll run on 1st down. Jackson. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Check 4. 15.
Throwing now goes Mahomes. Being chased out left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. That's all you're looking for.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Holt. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 78 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 38-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it,
and this is caught, and he will take it in for the touchdown. In for the score. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed touchdown? The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Rodgers now to throw. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19.
Check 26, check 26. Also over here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.